Besties, we need to talk. So, because of the way the algorithm works, of course, I have been flooded with content of other figure skaters. Now, I'm not complaining about that. I absolutely love to see it. I love to see other skaters showing their talent and how hard they work and just their progress, and seeing all the beautiful skaters go into these amazing places like the Alpine Lakes and skating their little heart out. I absolutely love it all, okay? However, I have been seeing an increasing amount of skaters also talking about people telling them they are too old for figure skating. Like, I saw this one clip of this 13-year-old being told she's too old to start skating, and another one is around my age, which, I'm 27, and she's been told, or he has been told, they're too old to start skating. And I just thought to myself, who is out here telling these people these sorts of things? Like, I don't let a lot of things bother me. However, something like this really, really just gets under my skin, because it's basically these people projecting their doubts onto these people that want to pursue something that they dreamed about, or something that they love, or maybe they have thought themselves that they're too old, and now they're getting validated by somebody telling them that. And I'm not gonna lie, it extremely disappoints me, and it just makes me so sad to see that we're still in an age where people are still saying such nonsense. Now, personally, I've never been told that myself. I have been told, among other things, that I'm too old for. I am a model, and I've actually started when I was 20. And even then, I told people I had dreams of modeling, and, I've been told I'm too old for that, or I'm not pretty enough or tall enough. Obviously, that's not true. There's such a wide amount of opportunities for everybody. Not everyone is going to understand your drive, and that is okay. It takes a lot of hard work to pursue something. It takes a lot of discipline, a lot of consistency to do something that you really, really, really want to do. And it just really bothers me sometimes when people just kind of look at that and they don't understand it, and instead of keeping it to themselves, they would rather voice that opinion. Whatever happened to the saying, if you can't say something nice, don't say it at all? I told myself at the beginning of this year, I am not gonna let anybody discourage me from doing what I want to do, because I've let that happen far too often in my life, in my younger years. I don't want to live this life full of regret and thinking, what if I had done this, or I could have done that, or I shouldn't have listened to these people and the naysayers and whatever. And it really makes me sad, the level of doubt that people have, and they feel the need to project it onto others. If you've ever told somebody your dreams and they instantly shoot you down, and then it just makes you feel like possibly something's wrong with you for actually believing it, which is why I highly, highly advocate for working in silence. I used to always tell people my goals, dreams, aspirations, and it's always been met with negativity or doubts, or they just really don't think it's possible. And instead of keeping it to themselves, they sure well enough made it known to me. Ever since then, I thought, well, I should probably just work in silence. It really does wonders. Privacy is one of the most treasurable things, can really protect everything you work so hard for. And that's why I highly, highly suggest you just work in silence. You don't tell anybody your plans. You can share it, of course, when you have completed said objective. And it's sort of so satisfying to prove people wrong in that way of thinking, oh, you thought this, but here I am actually going for it. That's why it just puzzles me that in today's world, in 2024, people are still out here telling folks that they're too old for figure skating, which is definitely a lie, and I really wish people would understand this. And I've had other adults tell me, oh, I just don't know if I can do it, I feel like I'm too old. And it's like, no, people really need to stop saying this. And like I said, I just really can't believe that in 2024 people are still out here saying these types of things. And that's why folks end up regretting it down the road, that they could have done XYZ had they just not listened to these people and just went for it. And if you are somebody that dreams big and that has such an incredible and large dream, please just hold it tight, keep it to yourself. And of course, if you have that support system, of course, share it. And there are people out there that do support it, and whether it's your friends and family that are supporting it, yeah, absolutely, share that. But whatever you do, do not ever let anybody dim your light. Don't ever let somebody tell you you are too old for something, or that you are incapable of doing it, because really that's just them projecting onto you, my dear friends. Of course, you can do whatever you put your mind to, and it's always possible, no matter what age you're at. A lot of these celebrities, they have made it big, and they were in their 40s and 50s. You don't have to start something at 3 years old in order to be successful or be famous or whatever. It's great to be realistic, but there's a huge difference between being realistic and pessimistic. It's great that you're working hard and trying to achieve something and you're still understanding the realistic side of it, but it's a whole other thing to sit there and, people being pessimistic about it and saying, well, there's no way that you can do this, and that because of XYZ. And it's just like, I'm a very optimistic person. I'm a glass half full type of gal, and it doesn't matter what obstacles are in your way. If you really, really, really want something, you will find a way. And that's, I think, the part that people don't understand. Not everybody, just some. Really try to tell people that you can do it. Whatever you're passionate about, go for it 110%. I will always support it, and I will always advocate it. And, I'm very passionate about this subject because, like I said, I've faced a lot of backlash. Well, not a lot of backlash, but, I've had people voice their doubts, their opinions, and, just kind of like, well, what if you don't make it? Or like, you really think that this is gonna happen? Like, you and a million other people are trying to go for the same thing. Kind of blows my mind that people think this way. People can have their opinions. I still respect it. But again, it's kind of like, why would you say that? And another huge thing is sometimes people will admit their skepticism out of jealousy. And I think jealousy is one of those things. It's possibly the worst type of emotion a person can have, because it can destroy everything, and it can really just bring people down and make them miserable. And of course, misery loves company. And it's just kind of like, I just want you all to remember that you can do anything you put your mind to, and you are never too old for something like figure skating. So don't ever believe that. And just because you see these 6-year-olds and 8-year-olds and 10-year-olds doing axles doesn't mean that it's too late for you. Just keep that in mind, friends, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.